What's going on? It's me. Welcome back to another video. And today, we're doing something a little bit different. We're talking about games that define generations. 25 games that brought people together and made gaming what it is today. These are my personal picks. I could have easily done 100, and there is probably 100 more that you guys would like to see in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's get started. At number 25, we have Super Mario Bros. 3. This game was incredible, and I remember so much hype being around the level select screen when it was discovered that you could actually skip the first level by holding left and then pressing A on the second level select screen. After that, people were running around warp pipes all day every day to try and get this awesome hat. No, 24, GoldenEye 07, one of the best multiplayer experiences ever. Especially if you had a friend with a memory card. You could play through the entire single-player campaign in multiplayer split-screen mode, which took forever but was totally worth it. Number 23, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. The soundtrack alone is legendary, but THPS 2 is one of those games that everyone knew all the tricks to. It didn't matter if you liked skating or not. Everyone wanted to do a kickflip over the gap to get those big points. Number 22, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Do I really need an explanation? This game had the most insane competitive scene and the characters and the stages. And everything about it was just absolutely perfect. Number 21, Diablo 2, one of the best stories in any video game ever, hands down. The characters, the story, the music, the dungeons, the loot. It all comes together to make one of the best experiences in gaming history. At number 20, we have Pokemon Gold and Silver. I spent so much time playing Pokemon as a kid. I don't even know how I managed to catch them all before I had to go to bed. Number 19, Halo CE Anniversary. I have so many memories playing Halo CE as a kid. I played way too much of this game, and I still can't get enough. It's one of my favorite shooters of all time. Number 18, Animal Crossing Wild World. This game was amazing for the DS, and it got me into the series. There was just something relaxing about playing Animal Crossing that I can't really explain. Number 17, Fallout New Vegas. In my opinion, this is the best entry in the Fallout series. The writing, the characters, the story, the world, everything about New Vegas just takes it to the next level. Number 16, Call of Duty 2, Big Red One. This game was the start of one of the greatest rivalries in gaming history. It was also one of the most fun games to play with friends. And the Zombies mode was one of the most unique things I had ever seen in a game. At number 15, we have Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. This game introduced us to the iconic character of the White Hair Thief, and it is definitely one of my favorite games from Ubisoft. Number 14, Gears of War 2. This game was intense and it took the Xbox 360 to its limits graphically. It was one of the best games to play with friends, and the campaign was pretty insane as well. Number 13, Minecraft. This game needs no explanation. It was one of the most influential titles of all time, and it is still loved by millions to this very day. Number 12, Dark Souls. This game defined the modern era of gaming, and it proved that gamers are absolutely insane. It was one of the hardest games ever created, and it still is to this very day. Number 11, Portal 2. This game's writing was so good. It was hilarious, and it was one of the most unique puzzle games out there. The gameplay was fantastic, and it's one of those games that I could talk about for hours. Number 10, GTA San Andreas. The story in this game was great, and it's still super underrated to this very day. From the characters to the story, to the levels to the graphics, it was one of the best games Rockstar ever made. At 9, we have Team Fortress 2. This game has been out for 10 years, and it is still being played by tens of thousands of people every single day. The writing in this game is phenomenal, and the characters are iconic. Number 8, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. This game was huge, and it had one of the best editors in any game ever, allowing you to build some of the craziest things imaginable. It was also one of the most immersive RPGs at the time. Number 7, Left 4 Dead 2. This game was one of the most terrifying experiences ever. Playing with friends made it so much better, and the campaigns were incredibly long and full of action. 6. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This game defined a generation, and it showed us what 3D Zelda games can be like. It is still one of the best games of all time, and it is definitely one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. Number 5. Grand Theft Auto V. This game had one of the best heists in any game ever, and it took the open-world genre to new heights. The story, the levels, the graphics, the world, it all comes together to make one of the best experiences in modern gaming. Number 4. Red Dead Redemption 2. This game was absolutely beautiful, and it had one of the best stories in any game ever. The characters were phenomenal, and the levels were massive. And finally, at 3, we have Super Mario Galaxy. This game took the Mario series to new heights literally, and it introduced us to some of the most iconic levels in gaming history. The music, the creativity, the gameplay, it all comes together to make one of the best experiences in gaming history. But with that, it's time to move on to our final 2 games. At 2, we have Terraria. This game is still being played by hundreds of thousands of people every single day. And it continues to receive updates to this very day. It is one of the best 2D games ever, and it shows us what a small team can do when they are passionate about their product. And finally, at 1, we have Stardew Valley. This game defined the farming simulator genre, and it gave us the relaxing experience we needed in our lives. It is still being updated to this very day, and it shows us that hard work and passion can take you places you never thought possible. But with that, it's over. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a like. Check out my other videos. Subscribe. Thank you, guys, so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.